Alright, my friends, you are probably hearing the fans coming from my network switch because I have decided that I'm going to use a 20 port network switch, a managed switch, instead of just a dumb switch like I have been doing because I wanted to face my fears this year. And Cisco is something I'm very afraid of. So that's why you might hear that some fans going on in the background. Let me go quiet for a second and let's see if we can hear it. Okay, never mind. That's pretty cool. I can hear it though, and that really sucks because it's really loud. Anyways, we're gonna talk a bit today about Matrix because we've probably seen Tech Jesus talk about Discord. You've seen me talk about Discord a few different times. You're probably seeing a lot of people talking about Discord right now. There's a lot of people trying to migrate, and we're gonna talk a bit about what you probably shouldn't be doing, which is using the Matrix.org home server. So let's go over just the first main reason is because they log your messages, which is obviously problematic for anybody who wants to use Matrix for privacy. Matrix isn't a very private protocol though, so I don't really like it that much. But if you want to use it, it's got encryption. Who gives a shit? If you're really paranoid about privacy, I have an XMPP. Please join it. um, but anyways, so Matrix though, a lot of people are joining Matrix.org, and the first thing they notice, besides their message being logged, is it's really fucking slow. And the reason it's really fucking slow is because it is the most populated Matrix server by a goddamn long shot, and so you have all these people like overloading the server all the time, and so it makes everything go really, really, really slowly. So it's not your client's fault. It's not that Electron. Sorry, it's not that Element is written in Electron. It's not that Fluffy Chat is Flutter and Electron or whatever. It's not web shader problem. It's a Matrix problem, and it's probably a home server problem. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to delete your matrix.org account. Who gives a shit who's on it? Just get rid of them. Just start over. New identity, new year, new me, whatever. And you're going to go to either GNU-Linux.club or you're going to go to unredacted.org. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you a much faster home server, much better privacy by default without registration issues, as far as I know. Can't guarantee that. And I also can't guarantee uptime. I'm sorry about that. But you're going to do that because Federation, right? When we're talking about Federation, if everybody is on Mastodon.social, you have a centralized network with centralized moderation. You have Twitter too. Same reason, if you're on Matrix, everybody's on Matrix.org, everybody's having their shit logged. You basically have Matrix, but a centralized service. So you don't want to do that. You want to spread out as much as possible, and you want people on different home servers, so that way you don't have, a centralization problem like we're having right now. Yay! So that's what you're gonna do when you get home. You're gonna delete your Matrix account. You're gonna make a new one on a different server. You're gonna either Google and find a public server. Or you're gonna go to unredacted, or you're gonna go to whatever, and you're gonna find one that isn't banned from other servers for CP spam. That was a mistake I made before. Was I took somebody's recommendation and went to halogen.city, and everybody thought I was a goddamn pedophile. So that didn't work out. I'm kidding. Nobody thought I was, but the servers were like, "Oh, you're using the pedo server. Get the fuck out." And I was like, "I didn't know." It's like the same thing when I started XMPP. I was on creep.im, and they said, "Oh yeah, your server has been basically like defederated due to abuse because everybody on creep is like it's a bad public instance with no moderation." So we're at that point, okay? So anyways, yeah, I it's cool that people are trying to get off Discord, but the problem is people aren't going to do the fucking research, kind of like switching from Windows to Linux. They don't do the research, and then they run into problems, and then they say this sucks, and they quit because fucking like this isn't well explained. Nobody actively tells you, oh, by the way, don't join Matrix.org. It's gonna fuck you over. You know. So yeah, I'm telling you that right now. Do not join Matrix.org. It's going to fuck you over. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.